This is Quill, and I'm seeing that we're right on the hour, so I'm guessing that we should get started. And please forgive us. It appears that there's some issues with accessing the audio today, but it appears to be working for the folks who just checked in. If you can't hear us, please send up a message in the chat window so we know what's going on. Although I'm supposing that if you can't hear us, you don't know that I just said that. So I'm going to put that message in the chat window as well, and we'll give folks just one more second or one more minute to get here. While we're waiting, you might want to be thinking about your introduction. Today we're going to ask for your name, your institution, and how CCCOER is serving your institution or your work in open education.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello, hello. How you doing?
Doing great. Who am I speaking to?
This is Cheryl Knight.
Hi, Cheryl. It's Quill from Pierce.
Hey, how are you? What time of day is it there?
It is just 1 minute past 11, so we're going to start the meeting in just a couple moments.
Sounds good.
Hello?
Hi, Paige. Hey, there are people here. Don't worry, it's quiet.
Hello. Hello. Just checking to see if my microphone worked. Hi, welcome to our Open Education CCCOER advisory meeting. Sorry, typing and talking at the same time don't work for me. This is Quill West, and we will be getting started. I usually rely on you for the first few, just getting us ready and getting people comfortable a moment. So would you mind kicking us off?
No, no worries. Can you hear me?
Ah, we've got you. Thanks.
Oh, okay, perfect. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our October advisory meeting. This is Una Daly, and we want to thank Cynthia Alexander for all the help getting us scheduled this morning, and then working on some technical issues that we've had. Definitely the microphones are working on your computer. For some of us, there's been some dial-in problems. Those might have been resolved now, but you may have to use your computer microphone today rather than the dial-in if you run into some problems there. We've got a great meeting here today, which Quill is going to take us through. As always, this is meant to be a very informal meeting. So, type in the chat window, grab the mic if you need to. We've got a big treat for us today as well. We've got the folks from Housatonic who will be presenting on their NASA OER program. So I'm going to let Quill take it away now. Thanks, everyone, for coming.
Thanks, Una. Okay, so as we noted throughout, the dial-in is causing some folks problems. So if you need to share comments and for whatever reason audio is not working, the chat window is a great opportunity to share with us. In the meantime, let's get started. Let's talk about our agenda. So we are going to mention that this week is Open Access Week. So happy Open Access Week, and think in terms of how open access at your institution is being celebrated. If you're celebrating it, you might want to share that at openaccessweek.org. We're going to welcome our new members. And then as we introduce ourselves today, we're asking the question, how does CCCOER help you in your open education practice? And we are asking that because we're trying to collect some information about our members and how we're serving them, or about the people that access our services. We are going to do some announcements, and then we are going to hear about the math program at Housatonic College. And Housatonic, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, is one of our newer members.
Yes.
And then we're going to have a chance to do some discussion about what's going on. So just some discussion time about issues that you might be having in open education or questions you might have. Perfect, thanks Una. Housatonic is in Connecticut. That's good for me to know. So let's start by talking about some of our new members. And Una, you're going to know better than I. Some of these are from earlier this year. Can you tell us a little bit about some of our new members that are listed here?
Absolutely. So these are our members who came on board in the spring or in the fall. And so last spring we had Athens Technical College join us, and they are in Georgia. They're in Athens, Georgia, as a matter of fact. And Robin Fay, who is their instructional designer there, is our contact with them. And I don't see Robin today, but she's doing some great work getting OER started there at Athens Technical. North Essex Community College is up in Massachusetts, and they've been participating with us for quite a while, and they were able to join us last spring, and we're just thrilled to have them. That is Sue Tashgian and Jody Carson, and they both, Sue is an instructional designer, and Jody's faculty as well. And just this fall, we had Dallas Community College District join us. That is Pam Richards, and I think she might be here this morning. So welcome, Pam. We're very happy to have Dallas Community College District join the Community College Consortium for OER. Did you want to say anything, Pam?
Yes, we're new to the consortium, and we are anxious to learn more about what it is doing and how we can benefit from this.
Absolutely, and we're happy to do some of that offline as well, Pam. So I'll be in touch with you.
Okay.
Great.
Sure.
And then Bay College joined us this fall, and they are up in Michigan. They are so far in the northwest of Michigan, they're almost in Wisconsin. So very exciting to have Bay College join us. And Joseph Mold is their ed coordinator and instructional design as well. And I don't see Joseph this morning, but I had the opportunity to meet him at Lansing Community College just last month when Lansing had a statewide OER Summit Day. And that was, of course, led by Regina Gong, who is with us this morning. So welcome to all those members. Back to you, Quill.
Okay, in that case, let's get a chance to get to know some of you, and we'll just go down the list selecting folks, starting with Amy, and then we'll come back to the moderators. So I would like to know your name, the institution you work for, what your role is, and then how does CCCOER help you, and what kinds of needs do you have from CCCOER? And part of this is that we're hoping to share more information, so we're trying to collect more information about how we serve members, but also how we can better serve our members. So let us know what's going on at your institution and how we can be helping. So let's go ahead and start. I'm just going to go down the list that's in the chat, in the participants box. So Amy, you're up first. Amy, am I? Oh, there we go. It looks like we have some some typing going on, so we must not have a mic. So Amy Hofer from Open Oregon, which is a wonderful group, and she says thank you for the free webinars. Of course, that's one of my favorite parts too. Cheryl, it looks my system is telling me you're having some microphone issues. Do you want to type in the window, or can you talk for us?
Can you hear me? Maybe?
Yes, we can hear you.
No?
Thanks.
Okay. My name is Cheryl Knight. I am a senior instructional designer on one of 4 campuses for Cuyahoga Community College in Cleveland, Ohio. It's also known as Tri-C. I work with Sasha Thackerberry, who's a little bit lower on our list. She's in attendance as well. I think that I probably use the email group the most, particularly when I'm working with individual faculty who want to know if there are good resources and hear other people's experience in using them. So that, particularly as our project grows, has been one of the most valuable things to me, to get that first-hand experience of other people around the country.
Thank you. That's one of my favorite parts about the list too. If I'm struggling with something, I can usually find somebody who tells me how they got through the other side. Claire, welcome. Would you like to share with us your experiences?
Sure thing. Hi, I'm Claire Sparklin, and I teach at Washtenaw Community College in Ann Arbor, Michigan. So I'm an instructor, and most recently I've adapted our interpersonal communication classes to have OER, and this fall actually we rolled out every single section that we taught on campus using the OER, and it has just been going smashingly well. Students are so happy with it. So that's where we're at. As far as how CCCOER helps me, I'm actually newer to the consortium, and so I'm really grateful for opportunities like this to connect and just learn and observe. So I'm happy to be here. Thanks.
Thank you. That's pretty exciting. I hope that you're going to start sharing some of your resources from the interpersonal class in particular, because, you know, I would love to borrow them.
Yeah, there's not a lot for interpersonal communication. When it comes to public speaking, there's a lot of information out there, but interpersonal was very difficult to find a textbook that would work. So I'm happy to share.
Oh, yay. I'm going to send email out to the list and solicit your stuff. Dan, welcome. Please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you. My name is Dan Crump. I'm a librarian at American River College in Sacramento, California. I'm new to this list and new to this group. I also am I'm one of the community college members on the California's Open OER Council. This is in regards to legislation that was here in California, establishing this council for the 3 segments of public higher education: the University of California's, our state university system, and the community colleges. So we're working together to, we have identified the 50 most common courses, classes, and then looking at OER materials for such. So I just came onto the committee at the council about a couple of months ago, so I'm just definitely, as someone else said, I'm learning and observing and trying to pick up as much information as possible. Hello?
Hi, yes, we heard
Hello?
you. Thank you.
Hi.
Oh, I'm sorry, okay.
We did hear you, I'm sorry.
I've met Regina before because and I feel like I've met Regina before because I talked to her about a year ago about something with our library systems, and so I feel like, and I've seen her name so much in the meantime that I feel like I know her.
Oh, that's great news. That's what we want to see. We want to see people feeling like they can know each other. So that's great. I am very excited about some of the things that are going on in California, particularly because it's such a great place to work on open education. I am hopeful that we can provide some of that background information for you, and let us know if we can help, particularly in identifying and working with those 50 courses. So next on my list is Jennifer.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, sure. Jennifer.
hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. All right, I'm Jennifer Nohai-Seaman. I'm from Housatonic Community College.
Jennifer, I'm really sorry you just got really, really faint. Are you still speaking? It looks like Jennifer has moved into the chat window. I'm still having a hard time hearing you. Okay, so you're going to dial in. So we'll give you just a few moments to dial in, and we'll check back in with you, if that's all right. So Jill, would you like to share with us?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I hope you can hear me. I'm Jill Lovelace. I'm the Dean of Instruction at Mojave Community College. We have been using OER for a little over a year now and joined the consortium. I am sharing a lot of the information from the consortium with a new task force that we have at the college for increasing our OER use. We've met once so far this term, and we should be meeting fairly soon in the near future, and hopefully using the toolkit and the free webinars to expand our OER options. That's it.
Thanks, Jill.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't know if I had the right button thing. Thank you very much, and I'm excited to hear more, and it's important to note to the rest of the community that Jill is one of the leaders, one of our CCCOER leadership team who is working on professional development. So all of those lovely webinars that you're happy to have, Jill is one of the people who's helping to plan those this year, so we applaud her efforts. And her
well, it's really my partner in crime.
I like that. And that would be Lisa Young, who's not with us today because she's traveling. Karen, it looks like you might be typing in the window. Can you talk with us? Very, very faintly. We're not hearing you very well.
Okay, let me see if I can turn up the microphone. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
You've actually got quite a bit of interference.
Oh boy, okay. I need to put something in the chat window then.
Okay, thank you. Yes, and we'll be excited to hear from you in the chat window. So Kate, is that you introducing yourself? Oh no, we've got Karen there. So Kate, please, why don't you introduce yourself?
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Perfect, thanks.
Great. My name is Kate Hess. I am the library coordinator for Kirkwood Community College at our Iowa City campus. And I also coordinate our OER program for faculty. So most of my involvement with OER is helping faculty kind of figure out what they want to do and where to find the resources that they need. Oh, and I'm also a fan of the webinars, and I find it's a really good way to sort of introduce faculty who are interested to not only give them the information they need, but also, you know, tap them right into a community of, you know, of other educators who are also using OER.
Thank you. I really love that language, tap into. I love it. I like that whole community of practice and tapping into it thing. Okay, so Kim from Lumen, welcome.
Hello. I'm Kim Dennis from Lumen Learning. I feel like I don't make it to as many of the webinars as I'd like to, but I always really enjoy it when I do. I think that, for me, what I find so helpful is that, we end up deep down in the OER projects of the institutions with which we're working and are very, very focused on their kind of specific goals and initiatives. And I feel like the CCCOER list and the webinars just give me a little bit of a broader view of things that are going on around the community that I might not be aware of, a great chance to learn from other approaches that are really different than what we do. And so I always appreciate the chance to hear the different perspectives and appreciate all of the contributions that are made through this group.
Thanks, Kim. And we're always happy when you can make it, and we're glad that you participate on our list as well, because we learn just as much from you. Okay, so Kiri, it looks like you might be typing, and I am sorry, folks, I will go back through the messages and make comments there. I just have to type at the same time. So it does look like Kiri shared her introduction via the chat window. So I'm going to let folks read that and we'll come back to it. Paige, welcome. Paige, I'll check in again. It seems like you might not have a mic and maybe typing. So let's see, have we talked with Pam yet?
Yes, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Sorry, it sounds kind of quiet at this end. Yes, you did speak with me. I am provost at the LaCroix Center in the Dallas County Community College District, and the LaCroix Center does manages really the distance learning program for the 7 colleges in our district, and we are very much trying to design courses using OER materials as opposed to publisher materials for the primary sake of saving students money.
That is a wonderful goal. And if you can share with us, maybe via the chat window if you've got it, some of those classes that you're working on, it would be lovely because maybe we can support you and perhaps you can help support some of us. Okay, so just because I would love to learn from the resources you have and maybe help grow them. Preston, welcome. Good to have you here.
Yes, great. Nice to virtually see everybody here today. I'm Preston Davis from Northern Virginia Community College. I'm the Director of Instructional Services here and have been a very active member of CCCOER for the last few years, and just about every aspect of what CCCOER offers has been of value to me and to my institution. And I appreciate all of the information that I see everyone sharing because it truly does help to just see and know what is going on at other institutions. And it really also helps to, I think, cement the fact that, this is a movement that really is gaining momentum, and we should all be very proud of that.
Thanks, Preston. Very nice words. I also want to point out that Preston is also a part of our leadership team this year, and he is helping us to strategize around building membership and also building effectiveness of the organization and helping us to maybe think about places where we can make changes or grow our funding structure. So thanks very much for Preston's strategic thought processes. He helps keep us on track sometimes. Let's see, Regina, I think I saw you post to the chat window earlier, but would you like to share some more with us? Okay, so I did see that you posted earlier on the work that you're doing at Lansing, and I'm pretty excited about it. Sasha, welcome.
Hello. Hi, everybody. I hope you can hear me. I am also at Cuyahoga Community College. My title is I'm the District Director for E-Learning Technologies here. And Cheryl's my bud. She spoke earlier. And we are, I have to give Cheryl full credit. She actually implements a lot more than I do. I would love to have the ability to do more. Our institution hasn't really ramped up this yet, but there is a statewide initiative for affordability, keeping costs for students down that's kicking off this year. So hopefully we will have a little bit more urgency and prioritization after that for these types of initiatives, so we're very hopeful.
Very cool. Yeah, we love to keep hearing more about that. Tina, welcome.
Thank you. Tina Ulrich is my name, and I am the library director at Northwestern Michigan College. CCCOER really got us started. A colleague of mine and I started watching the webinars and getting more and more excited about it. And so we started a project, a pilot project. And yesterday we had the faculty members who are teaching with OERs on a panel for a professional development event, and it was very interesting. It was pretty much unanimous that they were having a great time doing it, and so we're looking forward to seeing what else we can do here at NMC.
Thanks, Tina. I always love hearing you talk about the works that you're doing. And it's really neat to hear that it's a unanimous excitement about teaching with open education. That's pretty great. Okay, Victor, welcome.
Hi, everybody. This is Victor Liu from Washtenaw Community College in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Hi, Claire. I know that you're there. The library at Washtenaw has been curating OERs the last couple of years, and so far we have done OERs for about 40 disciplines, and I look forward to learning more about OERs and the direction of other institutions.
Wow, that's fantastic. We would love to see more of your work. Thank you and welcome. 40 disciplines is a lot. LeBaron, I'm not forgetting about you. I know that you're not on the chat anymore, but are you with us? Would you like to share the work that you're doing? Okay, maybe LeBaron can't speak with us right now. Cynthia, I know that you're up there. Oh, wait. Say that again?
This is LeBaron. No, LeBaron. I had to come off of mute. I was on mute, and I had to get off of the internet because I've got to go to another meeting, but I didn't want to get off the meeting. So my apologies for the delay. Hello to everyone. My name is LeBaron Woodyard-Medine, in Academic Affairs here at the Chancellor's Office in Sacramento, California, for the California Community College's Chancellor's Office. And it's good to see and hear from many of my friends that I've known over the years. I think that the service that the organization has done to expand the use and the effectiveness of open education resources is really good. It gives me an opportunity to hear what's going on in other places being at the system level, I'm not actually on the ground delivering resources to faculty and students, but trying to work as hard as we can at the system level to ensure resources are available for faculty to use. And I work closely with my good friend Dan Crump and a number of committees, as well as Cynthia Alexander and Una Daly. So thank you to everyone. I'm back on mute again.
Thank you so much for sharing that. It's really one of, I think, the powers of CCCOER is that it brings so many people from diverse places and diverse job descriptions together to see how we can support each other. It's really nice to have you here in our meeting. Thank you. Cynthia, you are at the top of the list because you happen to be a moderator, but I know you have wonderful things to share with us.
Hi, everybody. No, I don't know. It's about the same old here. I'm Cynthia Alexander. I'm from Cerritos College. I'm the Distance Education Coordinator. And what I use with CCCOER is I refer faculty to it all the time to use it as a resource or a jump-off point to locate OER, because you have we have such a great list that it's like a one-stop shop of click here, go look, you can go back, click to someplace else. Also, I do use the promo kit, and so that's how I use CCCOER.
Thanks, Cynthia. And that's actually a really great reminder that there's a lot of information on our website that's super helpful when you are able to go there. And the promo kit, which we are going to talk about hopefully in November. So I want to give Una a chance to tell us a little bit, because we never let her do introductions of herself.
Okay. Thank you, Quill. Can you hear me?
Yes, just fine.
Okay, great. Well, I'm the director of CCCOER, and I've been doing that for the last 4 years, and it's been wonderful, everybody out there. I just saw a message from Paige indicating that she has detected a problem on our website, and we did discover this yesterday. The collegeopentextbooks.org site is down. It is hosted by a different organization, and I let them know about that yesterday, and they said they were working on it. So I will send something out on the list when the site comes back up. So I apologize for that. Unfortunately, that is not under our control because it's a separate organization, but they're aware of the problem. And I just wanted to say, I don't think we gave Jennifer a chance to introduce herself. And she's going to be our speaker today, so I'm going to turn this over to Jennifer to say hello.
Thanks, Una.
Hello. Hello, can everybody hear me?
Yes, Jennifer, welcome.
Yes, we can.
Yay! I'm Jennifer Seaman, and I'm from Housatonic Community College, and that's in Bridgeport, Connecticut. I adopted OER materials about a year ago. I only knew it about a year and a half. So we're very, very new, and I actually only joined CCCOER a week and a half ago. So here I am presenting already.
Welcome. Exciting to have you present to us and talk to us about the work that you've been doing. Okay, I want to just make sure that I didn't miss anybody, and also I neglected to tell you that Cynthia is also on our leadership team, and she is wonderful as far as, first of all, getting us to this meeting tool, the CCC Confer tool, but also for helping us to make sure that we're kind of keeping things on track and sharing ideas about where we think the organization should be going from here. So I want to say thank you for her efforts. Have I missed introductions from anybody, or is anybody on the phone that isn't in the web so I wouldn't see your name in our list?
Can you hear me?
We can.
Wow, I got my microphone working. Wonderful. No, I just wanted to thank you. I just wanted to double check to make sure I could chime in when needed. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so thank you all for your introductions and for telling us how CCCOER helps you. We may be doing some more to ask questions around that as we move throughout this year as part of an assessment of our efforts throughout the year, because we're trying to keep track of what we do. I'm going to go ahead and shift us to some announcements here. So there's also a link in the middle of our presentation, but hopefully we can get that in the chat window for you. So the first thing would be Senator Durbin's Affordable College Textbook Bill was reintroduced 2 weeks ago. It did make some news on our listserv, so you would have seen that go out to the list. And then California just recently signed the Affordable Textbook Act, which is a wonderful piece of legislation that's going to support open education adoption in California community colleges. And we've had some new research published on the impact of open textbook adoption on learning outcomes. So all of those things are really good news. And I'm wondering if anybody wants to talk about any one of them specifically, because we have some time for discussion here if you'd like. Okay, so I think it would be wise to move on with announcements. So please don't forget the OEC Global Conference in 2016, which is in Krakow, Poland, and I'm very excited about that trip. So proposals for the conference are due November 16th. If you're interested, please contact us and let us know that you're interested in attending. But also, if you're putting together a proposal, we would love to know about it. So please think about that, and you can contact me, and I'll put my information in the chat window, or Una. We would both like to be able to contact you about your proposals and about the work that we're doing, and we would love to just know who's going to be there. On top of that, the Open Education Conference, which we don't have a slide about, is in November in Vancouver. And if you're going, we would love to know that as well. I know that Una and I are both planning to be there, but probably many others. So if you're attending that conference, I saw a note earlier that folks would like to check in. Maybe type into the chat window that you'll be there so that we can check in with one another and make sure that we get a chance to meet at the conference. Okay, Jennifer, I'm really excited to get to hear what you're going to tell us today about your work at Housatonic. So let's get you promoted so that you control the slides, and I'll turn it over to you.
Okay. How do I control the slides?
I think now it should be turned on so that you can see it.
Yeah, I think I can see it now. Hi, I'm Jennifer Milhite-Seaman again. Hello, everybody. I'm Assistant Math Professor at Housatonic Community College, and Una found that picture of me from my Facebook page, I think. We've been using OER for about 1.5 years. Let's see if I can go to the next screen here. Oh, there we go. All right, there's also a picture of the three of us that are using it, Mike LaBarbera, myself, and Marina Phillips. The two of them are part of the math department, and I'm part of the developmental studies department, but we do have cross-collaboration. I teach only the intro to elementary, and they teach the intermediate algebra class. In spring 2013, we passed a law that we had to, well, there are a lot of things about the law, but one of the things is we had to redesign both of our curriculums to align to the Common Core. One of the other things we weren't allowed to do anymore is teach pre-algebra. So I won't get into that part of it. Michael researched some open source material, including Scottsdale Community College's workbook and the use of My Open Math. Marina went to on a spring break trip to Scottsdale to see her son and visit Donna Gaudette in their math department to see what they were doing. From there, they allowed us to use, because of a Creative Commons license, the workbook for our elementary algebra, which I use, and the intermediate algebra, which they use. And the workbook aligned pretty much to our Common Core. We're going to have to adjust a little bit, but it's really, really close to what we wanted to use. And from there, we also used their My Open Math, well, the My Open Math for the online piece. In fall of 2014, we piloted the OER material, 3 sections of the 137, which is the intermediate, and my 1 section of the 095, and we call that intensive. And both of these courses are 6 credit because they meet double the amount of time. All right. The cost of the OER material for 95 was $20 and $30 for the 137 because it's a little bit thicker. We are both using a Pearson text. Ours was $250 and theirs was $260. So you can imagine we wanted to keep the cost down. I know Sasha mentioned keeping costs down. That was our biggest agenda to begin with. We continued using it in spring of 2015. They edited their version of the intermediate, and I have yet to edit mine. They offered 3 sections of the 137 and 1 regular 137. So the 137T, again, is the 6 credit, and the 137 is the 3 credit version. And I offered 1 section of the 095R, and a colleague of mine offered another section. And so we had a total of 150 students using the OER materials in spring of 2015. In the summer, we continued the use of it. 3 sections of the 137, one section of the 137T. They ran workshops. We ran workshops for the adjuncts. I think I ran 4 myself. And then we had 1 big workshop with some of our other community colleges in Connecticut. In the fall now, we have 4 of the 137T sections using OER, 7 of the 3 credit 137s, and we have 12 of the 095I sections using it. So again, they have changed their intermediate workbook. Not very much, but they have changed it, and that's what the 95 is in the process of doing for the elementary algebra. So we also wanted to mention our cost savings. You can see this here. 70% of the students in our state are on financial aid. During the fall 2015, the OER saved the state, or our students anyway, $230 per student. And with all the students using it, that's $92,690 in 1 semester, which is great. And from fall 2014 to fall 2015, we saved the state $142,600, which is amazing. So Sasha, you definitely want to get on that. Okay. here you can see our success rates. They're not very good, but you can also see that our non-OER sections are not very good either. Okay. And you can see the fall and spring breakdown, the OER and the non-OER. Now the non-OER, they're all using Pearson products, and my math lab paired with that. Our future goals: keep using OER, edit our materials, introduce OER to not only the O95I, which is the 6 credit for my department, but also the 3 credit version of the same thing. They're going to continue updating their intermediate algebra book and course. And let's see, we also have a committee on the bottom there, which is more at our school. But if you want to join it, you can also. I'd like to say that because Tina mentioned that they have unanimous excitement at their school for OER. It's not exactly like that at my school. There are some people that are really, really resistant, really want to keep using my math lab and Pearson products. So it's really hard. Even though we're developing these courses to be exactly what they want, they still want to use some of those old materials. So it's really hard to get them away from that. And that's it.
So Jennifer, I think we have some questions come up in the chat window, and I want to give you a little bit of time to answer those. So first, there's a lot of congratulations to go from 0 to that many sections in 1 year. That's pretty impressive. Was it a year?
Yeah, it was about a year. My department chair, who's an English professor actually, said, would this really be best if we spread it out through all of our intensive courses? And I said yes. And she said, okay. So she took my word for it and my experience with it and said, we're doing this.
That's excellent. It's really great to have that faculty movement, but also interest and support from administrative levels, just because it makes things a lot easier. Can you talk a little bit, let me go back through the chat windows here. You mentioned your success rates as far as student success. Can we go back to that slide? And maybe folks have a couple of questions about that. So I wanted to point out, and I know that the ends in taking OER classes are much smaller numbers of students, but I was in a session with David Wiley who was talking about success rates, and the part where you don't really have to show a huge increase if your benefit is also saving students money, as long as you're not hurting their outcomes.
Right.
Can you talk a little bit about how your colleagues are receiving this information?
Well, that's interesting because we're presenting it next Tuesday.
Okay, so we're having you jump the gun. We'll wait and hear how your colleagues hear it.
Yeah, you guys are my trial.
Okay, so
usually my school is of the belief that if the success rates are staying the same, you're not doing anything bad.
That's always good, right? Nothing bad happened.
Nothing bad happened.
So Pam asks, because you have a comment about saving the state money, and how are you coming up with that formula or that information about how much you're saving the state?
Mostly from, if these students were not using our open resources, they would be using Pearson products. And so really we just took the difference in that and multiplied it by how many students there are. And like I said, most of our students are on financial aid. So right from there you can tell that we're just saving.
Okay, That's lovely. Thank you. Did I miss any questions, anyone, or any comments for Jennifer? This is a really wonderful project, and it shows how much cooperation between not only colleagues of the same discipline across states, but at a local institution can really drive open education adoption and better outcomes for students. So Jennifer Page is asking if we wanted our math faculty to see some information about your project. Would you be willing to share it somewhere with us?
Absolutely. What kind of information would you need? Some of these slides, or even taking a peek at our workbooks, because again, they're open license. So.
It looks like we'd like to see some workbooks. And I did earlier post the ones to Scottsdale's original website, but we'd love to see what changes you've made with them.
Okay, they've made more changes in the intermediate, so I can share those. I'm in the process of working on ours this semester.
Okay, if you wouldn't mind sharing where they're located, or maybe sending out a message to the listserv about where.
Yes, I'll send a message out.
Oh, you are excellent. Thank you, because I'm sure lots of us can use those resources.
Absolutely.
Okay, do we have any other questions or comments? Jennifer, thank you for being willing to share your presentation even before you share it at your own college. It's lovely to have this perspective and to see how much effort or how much success you've had with the effort that you've made. It's wonderful. Let's move into some webinars that are coming up. So also keep in mind that we record all of our webinars, and they're available for free on our website after we've put them into our archives. So we've had one with OER and accessibility, and that was actually a wonderful, I learned so much going to that webinar. And it got me all excited about the things that we need to do to change here. On October 19th, we had a webinar that actually wasn't CCCOER, but it was tied to CCCOER, if I understand correctly, and it was about adaptive learning. So that was, I didn't get a chance to attend that one. I'm waiting anxiously for the archives. On November 2nd, we'll be talking about e-portfolios for learning and open source platforms. And then on December 2nd, we'll have a webinar. Oh, go ahead, Una.
I just wanted to say, Quill, sorry, this is Una. Sorry for interrupting, but October 19th and November 2nd are actually webinars that are done by our parent organization, the OEC, the Open Education Consortium. We simply decided to make them open to everybody. We're probably not going to release recordings unless you request them because we did it for another program. But you're always welcome to attend these webinars. If you really want a link to those, contact me and I'll make those available. That's the one on the 19th and November 2nd, just simply because they're a little bit, it's a different system that we use and so forth. But our December 2nd one, which Quill was just mentioning, the OER and competency-based learning, that is another CCCOER webinar, and actually Kiri Johnson, who is online, will be presenting on their Knowledge to Work program at Lord Fairfax Community College. And we also have Washington State speaking at that one, and I think we're going to have one more speaker from another system. So that one will be also a good one to catch.
All right. Oh, thank you, Una, for correcting me on that. I didn't know. I mean, I knew the webinar was done by...
Excuse me.
It's all right. Perfect. So as you know, we do regular webinars, and we are in the process of looking at winter and what's going to happen at the winter webinars. If you ever have a suggestion for a webinar that you think we should offer or professional development that you think would be helpful, it would be great if you contacted us or raised a point in one of our advisory meetings, because we'd love to be able to help if we can, or offer a webinar if it makes sense for us to do so. So please share with us if you think other things should be in our list. We will, there's not a regular webinar from CCCOER scheduled for November, and that's because of the, we'll most of us be at the conference. So the other thing is we're trying, although we have yet to finish in enough time because I get so excited about people's introductions. But if there are things you'd like to consider discussing for our advisory meetings, please consider contacting me. My contact information is there, and I did post it in the chat window before earlier in the meeting. If you'd like to contact me and share a topic that you would like to consider for one of our advisory meetings, I would love to have your feedback and ideas for things that we should be talking about or could be talking about. So please feel free to contact me. And I'm going to open the floor for the next, we have about 4 minutes left in our hour. I'm going to open the floor and see if anybody has anything they want to suggest or share. Okay, so we're kind of clicking through the windows here, and I'm not sure if I hit the wrong button. But if you are presenting on open education at any conference, not just conferences that we've listed here, these are ones that we traditionally list so people know where they might be able to meet up with open education community folk. However, if you're presenting on open education at any of our institutions or any conferences, we'd love to know about it. So if you're going to, say, a math conference and you want to talk and you're talking about open education, we'd love to know so that we can keep track of kind of how our message is getting out there. Beyond that, please take a look at this list, because often our members attend these conferences. So these are the ones that we're aware of in the fall that our members are attending or plan to attend. And then you'll see that some get into winter and spring there. So please consider that. And if you're going, let us know. Those of you who will be at e-learning in February, and it'll be warm in Phoenix, the rest of us are dealing with winter, let us know that you're going to be enjoying Phoenix. So again, the other person to contact with information about conferences you might be presenting at is Christy Fierro. Christy's not with us today because she's traveling to a conference, but she would be happy to record who's going to which conferences. We're trying to keep track of this information. Okay, so in November, we're going to try to have a CCCOER tweet up from Open Ed, because a lot of us will be at the Open Education Conference. So if you're attending, or even if you're not attending, please check out those two hashtags, OpenEd15 and CCCOER. We will be sharing insights and information that might help through Twitter, so please join us in the Twitterverse. And if you would like to maybe take a turn being our Twitter specialist at that conference, please contact us if you'd like to take a turn being on top of following the tweets and asking questions there. So thank you very much for coming. I'm going to stay on. We're going to stay on for a couple more minutes. I know we have just reached 12 o'clock, but we're going to stay on for a couple of minutes to answer questions and talk to folks. So let us know what's going on. Thank you.
Hi, this is Paige. Can you hear me still?
We can, Paige. Hi.
We can hear you.
Oh, good. I had a question about Open Education Week. What do people actually do for that? I went to their website and signed up, but I saw a lot of things about people having programs for Open Education Week, and clearly with it being this week, we're a little late on that. But what do people typically do?
So this week is Open Access.
So one thing, Paige. Yeah.
Go ahead, Una.
Oh, I was just going to say, this is actually Open Access Week, which is more about access, more kind of about the libraries and the journals. And then Open Education Week, a lot of the same people participate in, but that's just strictly on open education, and that's in March.
Okay, great. Yeah, I was a little bit confused. I remembered seeing it last March when we were going, and then I'm like, oh no, it's here already. So open access versus open education is probably something I should educate myself on a little bit more.
Yeah, no worries. Actually, the Open Education Consortium runs Open Education Week. We sponsor it, and actually there's a number of people who are who I have asked to participate in the committee planning for that. So if you're interested in participating, let us know because we'd be happy to have your assistance with that. And also, as we get a little closer, probably in December, we'll probably disseminate more information about that so people can participate who haven't been part of the planning committee.
Oops, I just said a bunch of stuff and had my microphone off. I just wanted to thank you all again for all the assistance. We just put in a request for membership for CCCOER, and I think that they approve them every other month or something like that. So hopefully we'll be in for the next go-around.
Well, very exciting, Paige. Thank you so much. We're really pleased to have you, and doubly, we would love to have you participate on the planning committee. And what I was going to say, but I was waiting for your response, was I'll send you some more information about Open Education Week. And Open Access Week is going on right now, so you can enjoy whatever events are posted. But for Open Education Week, you're in plenty of time to plan events on your campus too, if you want to, take advantage of that.
That would be wonderful. And I did reach out to a colleague from one other Illinois institution who is part of CCCOER, and they said that they had, I think it was Una, speak with their campus at College of DuPage, so I didn't know that was something that you did.
Yeah, I went out last year, and that was Denise Coates who organized all of that. Yeah, that was a great event. I really enjoyed that.
Well, hopefully we can do something similar here.
Well, wonderful. You should talk with Regina Gong. Yeah. Anyway, we'll talk offline, Paige. But yeah, a lot of people have done OER summit days or whatever you need to do at your school, and we're happy to help with the planning or coming out as well.
All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate everything.
Absolutely.
Take care, everyone.
All right, Preston.
Have a good day.
We'll see you next month.
Yes, I definitely am looking forward to it. I hope that I'll see all of you there.
Yep. See you in Vancouver for sure.
Yes, absolutely. Are both of you going to be there? Quill, are you going to be there?
Yes. Yeah.
I will be there. I'm really excited.
Great. I'm looking forward to it. So I have to run, but look forward to seeing you guys next month.
We'll also talk on Monday, right?
Great.
Yeah. I'm good for Monday. Let me double check my calendar. What time?